Hello, welcome to Lucky Spice TV. My name is Blackwell, and today we're going to be doing deviled eggs. Deviled eggs kind of remind me of barbecues and cookouts and family gatherings, you know. You can put all kinds of stuff on them. You can put anything on them. They're a great vehicle for being creative. So today we're going to be using my yellow beet chow chow that I made in the previous episode to spice it up a little bit. We're going to keep it pretty simple though, but hopefully we'll add some technique that you can apply to your next deviled egg so you can up your deviled egg game. You ready? Let's go. Okay, so we're going to start with an empty pot. We're going to put our eggs in. Now we just want to make sure we got nice fresh eggs. Happy chickens make the best eggs, so if you got happy fresh eggs, that's a good start. But also, what you're doing here is going to be super important to the outcome of your eggs. So if you don't do this technique of laying them in really gentle, adding a bunch of salt, which is okay because the egg whites are not going to soak up any of that. The shell is protecting it, but it'll bring the temperature up of the water higher than it would if you were just boiling water with no salt. So that sets the egg whites and makes them really nice and firm, which will make it easier to peel the eggs, which will make them nice and pretty ovals as well. It'll hold that shape. And we're going to pour the water in just kind of lightly. Don't want to break them, just want to make sure they're nice and whole. Bringing it up to a simmer. We're going to put a lid on it. And set a timer for 15 minutes. Now, 15 minutes is up. We're going to turn off the heat. And we got a bowl of nice cold water. I had that bowl in the freezer with that water in it. And it works fine. You could use ice bath, just add a little ice to the water. That'd work. But cooling them off is going to stop cooking. That's important. If you left them in the hot water, the yolks could get grayish, greenish. I mean, I'm sure you've seen that before. That's not what we're looking for. We want nice, bright yellow yolks. All right, now we're going to put our fresh herbs. We got a little chive. We got our fresh parsley. Got our dill. I'm going to chop it up pretty fine, so just get a nice sharp knife and get at it. Cut them in half, kind of bunch them together, and then just slice them up until they're all nice and small. We're going to add that to our little bowl here. We're going to be mixing in our other ingredients into. So we're kind of building our dressing for our egg yolks. And then we're going to add some mayo. That's just about 1/4 of a cup of mayo for 3 eggs. I'm going to add some hot sauce, a little hot sauce. Or a lot of hot sauce. They are deviled eggs. They should be spicy. But that's a matter of preference. You don't have to add a bunch of that if you don't want. We're going to add some Lucky Cajun, some peppercorn ground up. I use white, green, black, and Szechuan peppercorns in that. Then we're peeling the egg. We want to make sure we have a little bowl because it's going to help us peel off the egg yolk. See how I'm rolling it around like that? You just need to get a little crack going. And then just peel it off. Just comes right off. Easy peasy. Now that's from us boiling the eggs in salt water for 15 minutes on high heat. That's why it gets like that. And they'll be pretty and perfectly cooked and delicious. Let's cut one in half here so you can see what I'm talking about. Perfect. Should just pop right out. So we're going to add a little spoonful of chow chow that I made in a previous episode. And we're going to push those egg yolks and the chow chow through a tea strainer. And it should just keep pushing it through. It took me about a minute or so to push it through, but the time elapse, don't want to watch you watch that. You know, that's no fun. You just scrape them off the bottom because there'll be some stuff hanging off the bottom. Make sure you get all that. We're just gonna mix it up. Now remember, that's got our mayonnaise and herbs and spices. Make sure you taste. Because once you stuff the eggs, you can't add stuff. You know, you can't take the eggs apart and add more seasoning. That just doesn't work. So add a little more Lucky Cajun, a little more peppercorn melange. Now we got a little piping bag. Well, we don't have a piping bag. We have a sandwich bag. Because you know what? Most people don't have piping bags. They go, well, what do I do? Well, this is what you do. You put it in here. And there isn't like a perfect way to do it. You're gonna make a little bit of a mess, and that's okay. So get it all in there. Get your egg. Cut the little tip off. You don't want it too big because you don't want it coming out too fast. But if you cut it too small, it won't. It might be too thick and it might break the bag. It just might not work very well. And fill her up. There it is. Got our filled deviled egg. Now we got a little plate full of them. So this bowl has got a nice little lip on it. And see how they're not sliding off? It's that lip, man, right there. So it's tall enough to where it won't slide off, but it's shallow enough where you can grab them. But it's also tall enough to where you could wrap it, and they're not going to get like smushed and weird. So, but the best thing to do would be to have a deviled egg tray with a lid. I mean, that's always, you can always do it that way as well. But I don't end up taking them anywhere, so I just always eat them at home. So I don't have a deviled egg tray. We put some smoked paprika on top, some Lucky Cajun on top. All right, so there it is. Deviled eggs. We did it. We made it. Hopefully there's some little tips and tricks in there that you learned that can improve your deviled egg game. It's kind of the goal, you know, grow, become better, level up with your cooking. That's what we're looking for, right? Isn't everybody looking for that? Improve their cooking game a little bit, one step at a time. All right, thank you for watching. Be sure to like down below, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for the next time we're ringing the dinner bell. And have a good day. Thanks, bye.